guys, it's RBrown again, and we are on the Analyze and Improve phase of our Six Sigma project, and this will be my oral presentation. Last time I didn't have a chance to fix my sound quality, so I brought a microphone. I hope this is so much better than it was last time. So, just a quick overview of what I'll be talking about for the next probably 8 minutes. I'll be talking about my problem statement, which is basically my topic, a little bit about why I chose it, kind of what I plan to do with it. My categories of measurements, those are going to be a little bit different than last time. My analysis of my project upon the measurement phase, my ideas for improvement, and I will also do a little bit of talking about my future plans. So my particular project was that I could not motivate myself to study. One thing that I was noticing was that I would go days at a time without studying and sometimes not even think about it. But then when it came time for tests or homework assignments or things like that, I found myself crunching and I noticed that I would be reading for hours on end and not covering a lot of material. Counted this to many distractions. Of course, when you're in school and you're in college, you have siblings or you might have roommates or things like that. The TV might be there, or I would sometimes find anything to do besides study. So with that maximum crunch time and that minimum material covered, I found myself that I was rereading paragraphs because I couldn't stay focused because of these distractions. So when the Six Sigma project came up, I thought this would be the perfect thing to try to tackle. With my last video, I had for my categories of reason for not reading being no reason. I chose that because I had a lot of different kind of notes and things that I took down, and I kind of just bunched them all together because I felt like they were not really reasons but more excuses as to why I wasn't reading. I also had a social activities category and I had a break category. Per suggestion from my group, we decided to be a little bit more specific with my categories, and so I went back to my notes and kind of really put everything out on paper. So now I have social activities, that's just spending time with family and friends, maybe something happened at church or things like that. I'm a big TV watcher. This was a few of my days. I like to binge on different shows on Netflix, Orange is the New Black. I love different reality shows on TV. Another category is too tired. I work nights, so my sleeping pattern is definitely off. And so these would be a lot of the reasons that I wouldn't read as well. And lastly, I have caring for my niece because my niece does live with me. I do take care of her full time. And so sometimes if I'm meaning to her, especially on school nights, we're usually trying to do homework, trying to feed her, trying to get her in the tub and get her in bed at a decent hour. And then by that time, it's just about time for me to go back to work. So that would also be one of my reasonings for not reading. And so this is just a little bit more detailed than it was last time. And so I put that back on my measurements of reading. As you can see, this is this same layout that I had last time as well, but now we're just a little bit more detailed. You can see where I have those few minutes of reading time scattered over a few days. I have those long periods of reading time usually close to the test or when big projects are due. I'm taking 2 classes at the moment, so there's kind of a lot of cramming. Um, as you can see on here, I have my niece a lot. Usually on Mondays, kind of Monday through Wednesday. I'm really, really tending to her. Towards the end of the week, you'll see watching TV or maybe too tired because it's kind of getting toward the end of the week. I've been doing school, I've been doing work, lots of different things. So you'll see some slacking time there. Um, these were just my good measurements of reading, and so upon analyzing my data, we can see that majority of my time was spent not reading due to the fact that I was with my niece. 5 days out of those 4 weeks, I was just a little too tired to read. 3 days, I was watching TV and time may have got away from me. And a couple of days, I was doing some social activities. I provided a pie chart just to kind of see where my percentages were and give myself a better view of what I actually need to tackle and try to improve on. We definitely can see that I spend a lot of time with my niece, which makes sense because she's only in first grade, so she needs just about all of my attention when she gets home from school. We're spending time reading, doing homework, making sure she's in the tub, and getting to bed on time and she's well rested. My mom takes over right before I go to work, so it's kind of like a quick handoff, almost as if she's a football or something. But so what I decided to do for my improvements was to actually tackle the smaller categories. And I did this not only because I really can't give up taking care of my niece, but if we add all three of my smaller categories together, they equaled out to 56% of my reasoning for not reading. So I thought this would be a better idea to tackle more than half of my reasons for not reading than just slightly under half. And so what I decided to do was I set a new alarm. I started waking up about 30 minutes earlier than my normal time, and that would kind of give me extra time to get ready and, of course, leave me with some extra time to study before heading into work. Definitely cut back on binge watching shows. No more spending entire days watching shows anymore, entire seasons. I would watch an episode or two, then try to get back to studying, then go back to an episode or two. And I cut back on social activities as well. I would just flat out say, no, I can't make it today, or I wouldn't stay as long as I usually would had I not been studying every day. And we can see that this led to a more fluid study habit pattern, as you could say. In the beginning, I started out about 15 minutes, and we can see towards the end that I crept up to about 30 minutes on my last day of kind of analyzing and improving. Um, this took a lot of discipline. Of course, I wanted to watch more shows. Of course, I wanted to get a little bit more sleep before work. And of course, I wanted to just do other things and go out with family and friends. But I really, really wanted to improve on this. And so I think it really, really worked out. I don't spend as much time on finals or midterms or different tests or homework assignments because I'm already in the works of getting them done throughout the week. Kind of cut weekends out as well. So there's just a typical Monday through Friday schedule over the course of these 4 weeks. And it's really, really, really helped out a lot. And so in the future, I, of course, will monitor my reading habits. Um, Definitely will make any types of adjustments as needed. I'm sure there will be days that I skip reading or, there's breaks, of course. And last week we just had Thanksgiving break, so I probably didn't touch any books. Just needed that big break there. Um, but I think that, of course, I will keep this going because it has been very beneficial and just having a more fluid reading pattern and study skills just made my life a lot easier. No more cramming during the end of tests or anything like that. And so, of course, this is my analyze and improve phase. As always, I welcome any criticism, any suggestions, or anything. Again, thanks for your time, guys.